Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad. Dear Kipsians, I welcome you all to this presentation. Today's topic is Kips as an organization bridging the future doctors and medical studies abroad. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Dr. Irfan Ali Sayyed. I am a medical graduate and did my MBBS from Allama Iqbal Medical College, Lahore in 1994. I hold a post-graduation degree in the Health Policy and Management from the Aga Khan University, Karachi. And this pertains to the management of healthcare sector, policy making, regulating organizations, the medical organizations and colleges. I've been working as General Manager, Shalimar Institute of Health Sciences, the Medical College and the hospital. And currently, I am based in Kyrgyzstan, where I am acting as the Vice Rector of the Medical Faculty in the Adams University. And I'm also the Associate Dean and Associate Professor at the International School of Medicine, Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan. First of all, on behalf of Kips and the universities that I represent, I wish you all the best in the upcoming FSC examination results and the MDCAT examination, and wish you a full success and admission in the government sector medical colleges and the private sector medical colleges. Dear students, Kips has always been at the forefront of providing solutions, resolving issues for their dear Kipsians, especially regarding their future. In the same letter and spirit, Kips is embarking upon a new avenue and opening new vistas for its students. As we all know that the future medical doctor aspirants who are appearing in the FSC and MDCAT examination, they face a cutthroat competition across Punjab province. Annually, there appear 150,000 students in the FSC examination. Out of these 150,000, around 60,000 to 70,000 appear in the MDCAT examination, and out of that only 3,405 they are selected for the government sector colleges. The rest of the students, they are offered admission in the private sector medical colleges, about 6,700 seats, and they are admitted according to the merit which is found by the Central Induction Policy List. So, out of 150,000 who appeared in the FSC pre-medical examination, only 6.6% got admission in the medical colleges of Punjab, out of which only 2% got admission in the public sector, while the rest of the 4.6% they got admission in the private medical colleges because they could afford the high fee of private colleges. Now, the last merit of the public sector came to be 89.0727% in 2018, and this cutthroat competition shows the low level of chances a considerably competent student can have in this fierce competition. So, in this way, Punjab produces around 10,000 doctors annually. But the question is this number of doctors enough for the population? Well, according to the international standards, the answer is no. According to World Health Organization, the publication issued in 2017, the criteria is 4.2 skilled health worker per 10,000 of population, whereas in Pakistan it is 2.1 skilled health worker per 10,000 of population. That means 50% of the international standard. And a skilled health worker, according to the WHO, is defined as a doctor, a nurse, and a midwife. So not only doctors, but also including nurse and midwife. The number of doctors per 10,000 population, according to this formula, becomes more or less. So this means we are much far from the desirable target. So as we are short of doctors according to the international standards, then where is the problem? Actually, this is my area of research at the Khan University, Karachi, and the core problem is bad governance of the health sector. The real problem is the deployment of doctors in an appropriate manner. Now, having said all this and identifying that doctors are still not, saturated in our province, we must recognize this issue that 93.5% of the students who do not get admission into the medical colleges, what happens to them and what is the best possible opportunity that they get. Now, it has been observed that once a pre-med FSC student, the student is always a pro-med. That means he always goes for the medical and allied health sciences subjects. If he doesn't get admission into a medical college, he or she will opt for other professions like DPT, D pharmacy, BSc optometry, BSc medical physiology, lab technology, and so on. But there is always a burning passion, a burning desire that he or she wishes he could be a doctor. So all this in backdrop, Kips as the well-wisher of Kipsians and the future doctors, Kips decided to curtail this waste of talent. And for this purpose, Kips has studied the whole situation, and it started carving out reliable solutions for its students and future aspirants of medical field to enable them follow and realize their dreams to become a doctor. So with these facts in mind, Kips initiated its quest for a reliable solution and for new vistas for the aspirants of MBBS. Now, usually students who are not admitted to the medical college and who also have this burning desire to become a doctor, they opt for going outside Pakistan to do MBBS or MD program. Now, these foreign medical graduate programs, they are of varied nature. Now, Kips studied this medical education offered outside Pakistan in various regions. As we all know that affordability is one of the major issues, and then above that becomes the quality of medical education. The benchmark of quality medical education is the US, the UK, Australia, New Zealand, and Pakistan and India. As we know that Pakistan stands out in medical education and producing quality doctors. Across the world, our doctors are serving to be in the forefront. We are the highest number of serving doctors in Ireland. We are number 2 in the UK. We are in the top 5 in the US. So we are producing quality and that is the standard set by the Pakistan Medical and Dental Council. Our main competitor in this arena is India, and all these developed countries in which our doctors are working, they are quite advanced, and all this advancement of medical research and medical knowledge is because of the highest standards that are attained across. Now, other than this European region or the Australia, New Zealand, Far East region, there are other options such as China, Russia, Ukraine, Georgia, Romania, Philippines, and the Central Asian states, which are called as the CIS states or the Commonwealth of Independent States. This is also a common knowledge that a large number of graduates from Pakistan and India, they graduate from China and Russia and other such regions, but the quality of education there is compromised. And this is where the alarm bells, and we must go into deep study. What are the standards that should be met when the graduates go out for foreign medical education? So, Kips being the highest benchmark of exam preparation itself and imparting education to the young generation, it focused on the highest benchmarks of medical education that should be set, and those benchmarks in Pakistan are set by the Pakistan Medical and Dental Council. So, as you can see, Kips focused on these benchmark parameters by assessing the quality standards of the medical institution, and in the light of these benchmarks set by the PMDC, the different foreign medical education givers, the medical colleges, they were assessed, they were measured. The basic parameters which the Pakistan Medical and Dental Council sets can be divided largely into 5 areas, which include the infrastructure of the medical college, the academic facilities offered by the college, that includes laboratories and libraries. For example, if a medical college in a country is allowed to have dissection of cadavers, the dead bodies, it should have a dissection hall properly established, human specimens, etc. If it is not allowed, some countries do not allow that, then it should have the anatomy simulation labs having different PVC models and the high-tech softwares where you can study the human body in different dimensions. And similarly, the histology labs and physiology labs and biochemistry and pathology labs and so on. Along with all this paraphernalia, the syllabus should be in the right content and context. And this means it should be the latest syllabus followed, which is being followed in the Europe and the US and UK, and it should be taught in the right context. That is, nowadays the focus is on the clinical side. That means if you want to study anatomy, you must study it in clinical perspective, and now these basic sciences are called as the clinical anatomy or clinical physiology or clinical pathology. So, it should be taught in the right context also. And then I think the most important part, the teaching faculty. Now, you see, the teaching faculty outside Pakistan, especially in these regions, China, Russia, or the Central Asian states, or the Eastern European states like Ukraine or Georgia, they have a language barrier. The Chinese, the Russians, they follow their own languages, they hold medical studies in their own languages, but now when they are offering this MBBS or MD program in English, so called, so it must be in that true form and spirit. So, the teaching faculty should know English at par at university level, and it should be proficient in teaching all these subjects. So, this is one area which should be very, very deeply studied. What is the primary teaching medium in the college? And secondly, regarding the teaching faculty, the second most important thing that plays a vital role is the post graduation experience and qualification of the faculty. And lastly, but not the least, is the examination system. The examination system is the core of medical studies. As you have heard that anywhere in the world, the licensing exams like PLAB in UK or USMLE in the United States, or the Australian Medical Council exam or the New Zealand exam, NZREX, they seldom ask which books have you studied or which college you have studied. What they do is they say, come and get this exam cleared, get the PLAB cleared or MLE cleared, and we will give you the license. So, the examination is the most important thing, and a medical graduate should be trained in this in the examination system at such a world class level that he or she after graduation can appear anywhere in the world. This is the benchmark followed in Pakistan. You know, most of our graduates, they go outside Pakistan, they do MRCP, they do PLAB, they do USMLE without any difficulty, because the set standard in Pakistan by the Pakistan Medical Dental Council, the UHS, the Khan University, or other big names of colleges, it is of global standard, and that is why our examination is also of global standard, and our graduates are they can easily pass the exams when they appear abroad. So, having all these parameters set by Pakistan Medical and Dental Council pertaining to quality, all these parameters in mind, Kips studied all the different programs offered by different regions, the MD, MBBS programs which are offered by Russia, China, and different other which I just mentioned, and Kips found that of these two parameters, the quality and affordability, Kyrgyzstan, the government of Kyrgyzstan policies regarding medical education are student friendly, and they are offering quality education. So, to see first hand all these facilities and parameters which I just shared with you, a top delegation of Kips visited Kyrgyzstan. So, the managing director of Kips, Mr. Salman Maqsood Saab, and the director development, Janab Khalid Gorsi Saab, they visited Kyrgyzstan, and they visited out of the different universities. They found that International School of Medicine, International University of Kyrgyzstan, and the Adams University Faculty of Medicine, they met the expectation of Kips in respect to the two parameters, the quality and the affordability. So, these are the two universities, the International School of Medicine and the Adams University Faculty of Medicine. Both of them are located in the capital Bishkek, and I will be now addressing going deep into the different characteristics and the quality of education and the affordability aspect of these two universities. I am myself working in these two universities. I am working as the Vice Rector and Head of the Faculty of Medicine in the Adams University Faculty of Medicine, and I am working as Vice Dean and Associate Professor in the International School of Medicine, International University of Kyrgyzstan. So, regarding these two universities, I would like to share with you some convincing features which were studied by a joint effort of Kips and our universities, and these points actually made up the case. It made up the point that quality of education and affordability can go together. And this and one important thing which I want to share is what was the core statement, what was the punchline which we thought should be the benchmark. Actually, when Kips was studying all this and we were in association with Kips, we were cooperating and providing all these facts regarding our universities. We had this vision to establish a medical college outside Pakistan which should be like a medical college in Pakistan. So how it can be done? Very simply, we followed the Pakistan Medical and Dental Council benchmarks, which I just shared. In our university, these PMDC benchmarks we try to follow strictly, and that is how we are trying to be better each day. So Adam University is, as we say, is a university of Pakistanis, for Pakistanis and by Pakistanis. The owners are Pakistanis. They have invested and they have established this College of Medicine there, the medical faculty there, and a lot of Pakistanis are still studying, and it is for Pakistanis. We welcome all the Pakistani future doctors. So the International School of Medicine is there for the last 20 years. It is the top school of Kyrgyzstan. It was rated #1 in Kyrgyzstan by the International Agency of Accreditation and Rating, IAAR. You can visit the website at iar.kz. And this is an international agency which accredits and rates the medical schools and healthcare organizations, and it has given ISM the top ranking in Kyrgyzstan. So with all this confidence that here we have such stakes because we have such faculty there, we can implement the Pakistan Medical Dental Council parameters. So International School of Medicine and Adam University is officially registered with the World Health Organization, the WHO, in the Avicenna directory, and moreover it is also registered in the FAMER list, which is the Foundation of Advancement of International Medical Education and Research, and these two registrations, they are required by the Pakistan Medical Dental Council in Pakistan to appear in the NEB PMDC examination for licensing. When the foreign graduates, after their graduation they come to Pakistan, they have to pass the Pakistan Medical Dental Council National Examination Board, NEB. So whoever graduates from a WHO accredited institution, he is eligible to appear. So the Adam University and the International School of Medicine, they both are registered with WHO. So these two universities, the Adam University and ISM, they provide a reliable quality option which is economical also, affordable also for the MBBS for abroad for Pakistani students. These two universities are following the Pakistan Medical Dental Council requirements and benchmarks of accreditation, which PMDC applies on the local colleges, the Pakistani colleges. We are also following those benchmarks, and this is how we try to achieve the Pakistan standards of quality education, quality medical education. The level of teaching is similar to Pakistan, and the colleges here, we do it due to the Pakistan faculty. We have engaged from Pakistan, and this faculty, like I've joined these two universities, these teachers actually they lead the faculty in these universities. So I would like to share these PMDC benchmarks with you. These are the key parameters which for a 5-year MD program, these parameters are followed in a given similar fee structure. That means if the fee structure is similar, the comparing colleges will fall in the same bracket. You cannot compare the fee structure of Harvard with the fee structure of a university somewhere in Asia, because the standard will vary because of the fee structure. So the key parameters applied are, the first thing and the foremost thing is the medical education standard, and these standards we adhere to are set by PMDC. These are the PMDC guidelines. Now the thought behind is a very simple logic. All our graduates, they come back to Pakistan and they appear in the Pakistan Medical Dental Council NEB exam. If they pass this exam, they are inducted into the mainstream of doctors, the mainstream of medical practitioners by issuing a license by the government of Pakistan. So, if our studies are in line with the Pakistan Medical Dental Council guidelines from year 1 till finish, our graduates are more in chance to pass this exam. Now, I have just in the previous slides, I have just explained you the 5 basic parameters which are to be met and which are set by the Pakistan Medical Dental Council. The first and the foremost in our opinion is the medium of teaching. When you are going outside Pakistan, and especially in regions like Russia or China or even the Eastern European countries, the Central Asian states, the first thing that comes into mind is what is the medium of teaching. And for an effective teaching process, the foremost thing is the English medium, because we are trained in English, we study in English, and that is how we communicate when we go outside Pakistan. So usually it is seen that in Russia, the Russian is the primary language. In China, they have made it mandatory that the first year you will just study Chinese, and you will be proficient in Chinese language at the university level. Then you will start the MD program for 6 years. तो चाइना में ये चीज़ जो है ये उन्होंने लाजमी करार दे दी है कि 1 साल आपको चाइनीज़ पढ़नी पड़ेगी यूनिवर्सिटी लेवल के ऊपर, वो एक्वायर करने के बाद आप फिर एमडी प्रोग्राम करेंगे फॉर 6 इयर्स. सो हमारे यहाँ हमारी यूनिवर्सिटी में ये पहला जो आपको डिफरेंस नज़र आएगा वो ये है कि प्राइमरी लैंग्वेज इज़ इंग्लिश. आवर टीचर्स आर ट्रेंड इन इंग्लिश, और हमारी जो पाकिस्तान फैकल्टी है एडम में और आईएसएम पाकिस्तान कैंपस के अंदर ख़ास तौर पे वो इस चीज़ को इंश्योर करती है कि इंग्लिश मीडियम लैंग्वेज जो है वो इस्तेमाल की जाए. और दूसरी बात, किर्गिज़ और रशियन टीचर्स जो हमने इंगेज की हैं, दे आर ऑल्सो वेल इन इंग्लिश. And the secondary is the Russian language, obviously, because you have to interact with the patients. So that's why you must know Russian. So in the first 2 semesters, you do, learn Russian as a language, but that is secondary. The primary source of textbooks, lectures, practicals, tutorials, and the examination is English. The second is the facilities, the 5 parameters which I just discussed. The first one is the infrastructure. So a good medical school should have a spacious infrastructure, and the Pakistan Medical Dental Council has set standards for infrastructure, the campuses, the facilities in the campuses, the classrooms, the teaching halls, the lecture halls, then the practical classes. Even they have defined how much space is available, how much square feet of space is available around each student for liberty of movement, doing practicals, etc., in the laboratory especially. So having all this kept in mind, we have developed a pretty good infrastructure. Here you can see these are the 4 campuses of International School of Medicine, and this is the Pakistan campus, East campus. This is where I am stationed. I am the Vice Dean here, the Associate Dean here, and I am head of the academic quality and internationalization. And similarly, this is the Faculty of Medicine, Adams University, where I am the Vice Rector and head of the medical faculty. So these infrastructures should hold all the facilities which are essential for effective learning and imparting effective quality education. So the second important thing comes the academic facilities present in the infrastructure. These include the different kinds of labs. For example, as you know, the basic sciences, the anatomy, physiology, biochemistry, pathology, all these, they require specialized labs for teaching and practical examination. And for that matter, in those countries in which the dissection of dead bodies or cadavers is allowed, there should be a dissection hall as in Pakistan and India, and where it is not allowed, they should have simulation labs. So we have a full scale anatomy simulation lab in which we teach by the help of PVC human models and latest software. We have got these touch screen anatomy tables in which the different the different anatomy of the human body is explained in different planes, transverse section, coronal section, longitudinal section, and then like in MRI and CT scan, the multi-slice sections. So we have got all these facilities in the International School of Medicine as well as the Adam University, and similarly we have a fully established histology lab in which at a time 50 microscopes are there, and a full group of students, more than 50, they can do the histology practicals at one moment. Similarly, the biochemistry lab, etc. And I want to share with you some of the models that we use. So in Kyrgyzstan, the dissection of the dead bodies is not allowed. So we have established a simulation lab in which we have imported from China and Pakistan different human models made up of PVC, which are very close to the anatomical structure of the humans. And I'm just showing you some of the pictures. In the last slide, which you saw the heart model, and this is the lower limb, the leg, and you can see the different muscles, and we can separate these muscles and we can see the origin and insertion of, because you have to study the action of the muscle by looking at the origin and insertion and where they are inserted on the bone and so on. So this is some detail. And similarly, this is the microscope we use in our histology lab. So we have got a large number of it to accommodate all the students. So different kind of models, such as this brain model. This is a 40-piece brain model which can be opened. You can see here we have opened the brain, and inside different parts of the brain, the nucleus, the thalamus, the different ventricles, etc. All these are studied. And this is a very interesting mannequin which is called as the CPR mannequin, and you can see here this one. This is the CPR mannequin. You know the cardiopulmonary resuscitation, in which you can save a patient having a cardiovascular event doing the CPR. So we train our students how to do CPR on this electronic mannequin. So when you do different steps, there is an alarm. Whenever you do it wrong, it will beep and it show you the mistake you made on the monitor. So this is something very interesting that we are using, and similar other mannequins are used for different for learning different procedures. So you can see that, and Similarly, we will be showing you other different models. Yeah, this is the brain model again. This is a model of the head and neck. You can see we can study the head and neck very deeply and very closely, different inner areas by removing the skin and the muscle. These are the structures inside the skull, and you can open this like this and you can see the longitudinal section of the patient, how what structures are there and how does it work. So these are very interesting and very informative models that we use. And this is the heart model which I showed you earlier, and this can be opened into 20-piece model, and different chambers and different valves, they are studied by very close observation. So along with all these laboratories and the facilities in the labs which I just show you, there is another important area which cannot be ignored, especially in medical education. डॉक्टर और किताब का साथ जो है ये अबदी है, इसके बगैर डॉक्टरी हो नहीं सकती और ये ज़िंदगी भर ये रिश्ता चलता है. और जो कल्चर हमने वहाँ पे पाकिस्तानी फैकल्टी ने इंट्रोड्यूस किया है ख़ास तौर पे ISM में और एडम में, और अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह मैंने अपने स्टूडेंट्स को जिसके ऊपर फोकस किया है वो है किताब से रिश्ता जोड़ना. बिकॉज देयर वाज अ कल्चर बिफोर वी वेंट देयर. There was a culture, and there is still in other universities of China, Russia and Kyrgyzstan, which I have observed. They follow the PDF files and the PPT files of the teachers, which are actually just tools for study. And even this can be quoted by any of your siblings or friends studying in these universities. So what we did, we brought these latest books from Karachi, from the publishers. We got them printed and we got them in Bishkek in our universities, and this is a pleasure to share with you. For example, this is a set of the anatomy course, the latest PMDC recommended anatomy course which I am teaching in ISM and Adams. And this is the histology book, this is the embryology, the gross anatomy books. These are the world class gross anatomy books, the Snell's anatomy, and this is an Indian book called BD Churasia. But we follow this Snell book, which is an American book, and this is also one of the leading books, the Netta Atlas Anatomy. So all these books are being taught in Pakistan in all the public sector colleges and the private sector, and these books by name are recommended by the University of Health Sciences. If you go on the website and you see what UHS recommends for anatomy, these are the books. So we are following the same textbooks. Then comes the other subjects. For example, physiology, the normal working of the body. You cannot be a good doctor if you don't know the basic physiology of the body. Unless you know the normal, you can't know the abnormal. So this is the book, this is the world class standard, the Guyton Hall physiology book, and we are following. Another book which is not shown here is the Costanzo physiology, which I introduced in the ISM. It was not there before I joined. So Costanzo is the benchmark which is studied for USMLE preparation, and the BRS series. So I have introduced the Kaplan and the BRS series also. So similarly, the pharmacology, Lippincott, the biochemistry, pathology, this is the benchmark, the world benchmark, Robbins pathology, all over the world it is followed. So in a nutshell, I want to say that this is the course we are following in ISM and Adams. These are some of the pictures with all the books which were going from the publishing house to Bishkek while they were printing and all that. So we took these pictures. This is a very important book called as the First Aid for USMLE. I have personally inducted this in the course because unless our graduates don't study this book, they cannot pass the PMDC examination and even the USMLE if somebody has the spirit and the endeavor. So all these books, they were taken to Bishkek to our library, and these are now being used by our students. So this is the ISM, the anatomy simulation lab. This is in the ISM. So I shared some of the model pictures, real-time model pictures. They were then placed into this, this lab, and this is a nicely placed lab here in ISM, and these you can see all the bones and the structures. These are PVC, and this is the anatomy table I was talking about, which shows you on a touch screen. It shows you the different anatomical structures. A wonderful software. We have got two big tables like this. It can be connected to a projector, and a lecture can be delivered to like 200 students sitting there. So this actually covers the whole body. We have got all the different parts of the body displayed. So the next important thing that comes into in line with the parameters set by Pakistan Medical Dental Council is the syllabus. Which kind of syllabus, which level of syllabus you are following. So the benchmark of syllabus is the Pakistan PMDC advised, UHS advised syllabus, because our graduates have to come back and appear in the Pakistan Medical Dental Council exam, the NEB exam. So उसको मद्देनज़र रखते हुए हमने सिलेबस को तरतीब दिया है, और ताकि ये स्टूडेंट्स हैं ये उस सिलेबस के कंटेंट के ऊपर जो है ट्रेन हों, और the syllabus is set by the Pakistan Medical Dental Council. Now there are two important things pertaining to a syllabus, a good syllabus. Number one, the content, and number two, the context of the syllabus. इससे मुराद ये है कि कंटेंट में तो वो तमाम चीज़ें आ गई जो कि सिलेबस का हिस्सा है, लेकिन कंटेक्स्ट से मुराद ये है कि आजकल के दौर में क्लिनिकल पर्सपेक्टिव में चीज़ों को पढ़ाया जाता है। तो हमने वहाँ पे इस चीज़ को इंश्योर किया है कि पाकिस्तान मेडिकल डेंटल काउंसिल की एडवाइस और यूएचएस की एडवाइस के मुताबिक क्लिनिकल एनाटमी, क्लिनिकल फिजियोलॉजी पढ़ाई जाए, और पाकिस्तान मेडिकल डेंटल काउंसिल का एनईबी एग्ज़ाम के जो पेपर है, अगर आप उसके सिलेबस में जाएं तो वहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है कि पेपर 1 के कोर्स में क्लिनिकल एनाटमी, सिर्फ एनाटमी नहीं, क्लिनिकल एनाटमी, क्लिनिकल फिजियोलॉजी, clinical pharmacology and clinical pathology is asked. So our intention and our endeavor is to train these students from the very first year on these lines. So our syllabus, the content and the context is in line with the PMDC and UHS guidelines, और उसी स्टैंडर्ड के ऊपर हम पढ़ाने की कोशिश करते हैं। अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह जिस स्टैंडर्ड के ऊपर पाकिस्तान के स्टूडेंट्स यहाँ पे पढ़ते हैं। So the next important thing, which in my opinion is probably the most important, is the teaching faculty and the human resource which is involved in imparting medical education and training to our students. So our teaching faculty, as compared to the other colleges, comprises of the Pakistan faculty, the teachers from Pakistan, both in ISM and ADAMS. And these teachers, as I have joined in both the universities, I am heading the faculty, and under my supervision, all this teaching process is going on. So in this area, we have particularly focused on two things. Number one, the English language should be effectively used as the medium of English by the teachers, so that there is no gap of communication, because we have seen that in other universities, the Chinese, Russian and the other Kyrgyz universities, there is a gap of communication between the students and the teachers. The second thing is the teachers should be well trained and experienced, and they should impart knowledge as per standard guidelines of PMDC and UHS according to the syllabus and the content and the context. So as you can see, this is one of the lecture halls, and I am taking lecture of the third year students here. Lastly, the most important thing which we have identified in the PMDC guidelines is the examination system. In UHS and the PMDC affiliated accredited colleges in Pakistan, the examination standard is quite high, and we can claim that it is of global standard. And on those examination guidelines, we have tried to upgrade our examination system in ISM and ADAM. It includes an MCQ paper, a short answer question paper, and thirdly, an OSPE examination, which is called as Objectively Structured Practical Examination. It includes, for example, X-rays and ECGs and lab reports, etc. So, every subject has its own OSPE examination. For example, anatomy, physiology, pathology, all these basic sciences have their OSPE examination. This actually trains the students during the practical examination through the basic parameters and basic applications of different tests regarding the subject, and the candidate is assessed on these acquired capabilities through the OSPE examination. So the purpose of this exam system enhancement is one point agenda, and that is to enable the student to be able to pass the Pakistan Medical Dental Council exam, the NEB exam. First, he should become a good doctor, and secondly, pass the exam. So these two things are essential for this examination system, which we have tried to be compatible with the PMDC and UHS level. Now, to compensate all these 5 things, especially the teaching process, which includes the syllabus, the content and the context, the HR and the examination system, the basis of learning, we have expanded the horizon of the learning process by including this live streaming lectures from Pakistan. This is a new thing we are adding in the Kyrgyz universities across, especially, and we are the forerunners, we are the leaders in introducing the continued medical education concept, the CME concept, at the undergraduate level also. And as I have been accustomed to to learn and experience this live streaming lectures at the Aga Khan University, where we used to have lectures from Canada and from the UK and US. We have introduced live streaming lectures in Adam University and ISM from Lahore and Karachi, especially from the leading doctors of Pakistan. This will help us to wherever we think there is a lacuna, it will help us to to plug that lacuna and to upgrade our education process. Now, during the whole course, our endeavor is primarily to produce the medical graduate at such a level that when he or she passes from our university, he should be ready to take the PMDC NEB exam. In other words, our graduate should be PMDC enabled. He should be PMDC ready. Our education process, the quality, the quantity and the assessment and the monitoring should be at this level that produces such graduate. And the top of it, we are trying our best to make our graduates more PMDC enabled. And how we can do that? We are introducing the Pakistan Medical Dental Council exam preparation courses for our students in the last 4 semesters, that is from semester 7 onwards. This will help the students to focus again on the paper 1, which is the basic sciences, and the paper 2, which are the clinical sciences. So PMDC exam preparation is our core objective. It remains so that the students can come back to Pakistan and get their license to get back into the mainstream practitioners. Another important thing which I've highlighted here, I've tried to broaden the horizon of my students. I've tried to broaden the spectrum of my students. Some of the students only think that the PMDC is the only destination he has. उनके ख्याल में PMDC वो आखिरी मंजिल है जिस पे उन्होंने जाना है और उसके बाद वो पाकिस्तान के अंदर रजिस्टर्ड हो जाएंगे, लाइसेंस ले लेंगे. हमने ये कोशिश की है, ख़ास तौर पे मैंने अपनी क्लास के अंदर, अपने स्टूडेंट्स के अंदर, कि उनका पर्सपेक्टिव ब्रॉड करें. किस तरह कि ये दुनिया जो है, ये ग्लोब जो है, ग्लोबल एनवायरनमेंट, वो वहाँ पे compete करें. For example, they should prepare for the PLAB UK examination. If somebody has the Spark, he should go for USMLE in the US. Dubai Health Authority का एग्ज़ाम पास करना चाहिए, सऊदी अरब का, AMC in Australia. And how he is going to do that? This is something very doable. All the graduates of Pakistan do it. So why can't he? Why can't our student? Yes, we encourage our student to do that, and by two methods. Number one, we from the very first year till the final, we try to make sure that he gets quality education. Number two, we get special courses for PLAB and DHA, and for some competent person if is there, USMLE. So this will broaden the chances of the student to settle down in clinical practice and to get specialized residency programs, specialized course programs across the world, specialized training programs across the world. This is a new dimension which we are trying to add to our courses in ISM and ADAMS. At the moment, I am in negotiation with two major hospitals of Lahore to get clinical attachment with these hospitals. Our medical colleges, our universities, the ISM and ADAM will be attached to these hospitals for clinical training of our graduates in the 3rd year, 4th year and final year. If this is achieved, hopefully this year, 1 year of the whole course will be conducted in Pakistan, but this is now in process. It is not being offered at this moment, but this is in process. ये अगर हो जाता है तो इंशाल्लाह ये एक बहुत बड़ी achievement होगी, जो कि हम समझते हैं ये first time होगा पाकिस्तान में कि जो हम offer कर सकेंगे. Now, along with the quality education parameters that we have just discussed, another dimension in which anybody who goes abroad to study or work always has in his mind is the socio-economic, cultural compatibility and the living conditions in which he has to spend time. And since this course is 5-year program, and as I say to my students, when one gets admission into this program, he or she spends the prime youth time of his life during this program. So this is a very important aspect. The parents are always concerned about it, about the socio-economic compatibility, cultural, religious, and the living conditions. In Kyrgyzstan, the capital Bishkek is a metropolitan city with a population of 1.2 million. The whole country comprises of 6 million people only, which is even half of the Lahore population. The Bishkek city is actually a cosmopolitan city with multi-ethnic, multi-racial, linguistic population. You can easily converse and communicate in English there. The population predominantly is Kyrgyz. It is Muslim population. all across Kyrgyzstan. The Russians are 15% of the population, which are Christian. The Muslim population is dominant. Then the weather condition is quite convenient, because the average temperature is 15 degrees centigrade to 20 degrees centigrade. The summers are quite pleasant for Pakistanis there. Nowadays this is the summer season, and as in Europe, there is rainfall in the morning or in the evening, so the whole temperature sets to a very pleasant range. In winter, the snowfall is there in December, January, February especially, and the temperature goes down till -10 degrees centigrade, but nothing to worry about, because the whole arrangement is very convenient. There is a facility of warming the houses, the flats, and all the apartments and offices by the government. The whole Bishkek is supplied by one plant across the city, supplying warm water. So overall, it's a very pleasant season there. और हमारे रोज़े तो बहुत ही मज़े के गुजरे वहाँ पे माशाल्लाह इस सीज़न के अंदर. So the second thing is the living condition. Our students, we accommodate in 4 hostels. There is a dedicated Pakistani hostel there, in which the boys have separate Pakistani hostel and girls have separate Pakistan hostel. We offer 3 meals a day throughout the year. So everything is provided in the hostel. The security, the food, the amenities which are essential for living inside the room, everything is provided by the management. So the next important thing is the fee structure, which is quite important for the parents' point of view and also the student point of view. The fee structure applied for the quality of education that we are providing as compared to other colleges is very affordable. अगर हम ये कहें कि हम जो फैसिलिटीज़ और क्वालिटी ऑफ एजुकेशन प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं, इतनी फ़ी के अंदर हम समझते हैं कि दैट इज़ वेरी अफोर्डेबल एंड वेरी रिवॉर्डिंग. हमारे ही मुकाबले में अगर इन्हीं फैसिलिटीज़ के साथ कोई और मेडिकल कॉलेज ये प्रोवाइड करता है तो उसका फ़ी स्ट्रक्चर बहुत ज़्यादा है, और मैं इस पे भी कंपैरिजन अभी आपके साथ शेयर करूँगा. हमारे फ़ी स्ट्रक्चर में सबसे पहले हम ISM की बात करते हैं. तो एज यू कैन सी द ISM ट्यूशन फ़ी इज़ $1900 पर सेमेस्टर, $1900 पर सेमेस्टर. और ये एक अहम बात है जो मैं शेयर करूंगा कि एक मरतबा जिस फ़ी पे एक किसी भी स्टूडेंट का एडमिशन हो जाता है, फॉर 5 years द फ़ी विल रिमेन द सेम. वी विल नॉट चेंज द फ़ी स्ट्रक्चर थ्रू आउट द 5 year. अगर किर्गिस्तान में कोई भी चेंज आता है, महंगाई आती है, कोई चेंज आता है, आपके फ़ी स्ट्रक्चर के ऊपर उसका कोई असर नहीं होगा. सो ISM पे पर सेमेस्टर $1900 जो है पर सेमेस्टर फ़ी है, और इसमें जो फर्स्ट टाइम एडमिशन के वक्त आपको $1900 के साथ $2300 जो हैं वो इजाफ़ी इसमें फ़ी में शामिल होंगे, जिसके अंदर यूनिवर्सिटी इन्विटेशन, रजिस्ट्रेशन, वीज़ा प्रोसेसिंग, एयरपोर्ट फैसिलिटेशन, एलिजिबिलिटी सर्टिफिकेट, PMDC एग्ज़ाम कोर्स, सर्विस चार्जेस, ये सारी इसके अंदर शामिल हैं. सो द टोटल अमाउंट विल बी पेड इन द फर्स्ट year will be $4200 in ISM. So overall cost जो है 5 year fixed tuition fee के साथ ये $21,300 5 साल की कॉस्ट बनती है. और जैसे मैंने कहा कि हर सेमेस्टर की $1900, तो पहले सेमेस्टर की $4200 होगी और बाकी 9 सेमेस्टर जो होंगे वो $1900 होंगे. सो द टोटल बिकम्स $21,300. Now for ADM, the tuition fee per semester is $1,450, 1450. इसमें भी fee will remain the same throughout the 5 years. कोई चेंज करे, हम नहीं चेंज करते, ये इसी तरह रहेगी. एट द टाइम ऑफ एडमिशन आपको $3700 जमा कराने होंगे, जिसके अंदर $1450 फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर की फ़ीस है और उसके साथ $2250 जो है वो, जैसे मैंने पहले अर्ज़ किया कि इनविटेशन है, रजिस्ट्रेशन है, वीज़ा प्रोसेसिंग, एयरपोर्ट फैसिलिटेशन, एलिजिबिलिटी सर्टिफिकेट, सर्विस चार्जेस, ये सारी चीज़ें आती हैं। द टोटल ट्यूशन कॉस्ट इज़ $16,750 for 5 years. So if we add the living cost also, तो उसमें it is pertinent to mention here that the hostel accommodation that we offer in our 4 hostels is $600 per year. So every student who resides with us in the hostel, he pays $600 only for the whole year in our hostel. And as far as 3-time halal food is concerned, it is given 3 times a day halal food at a cost of $1,200 per year. So ये $1,800 जो है ये एक साल का लिविंग एक्सपेंस जो है वो इसके अंदर ऐड होगा. So when we compared our MBBS cost to the MBBS cost of Pakistan Private Medical College, we came up with this figure that our MBBS is 40% less costly than the local private medical college of Pakistan. So this is a remarkable difference that we have, and if we say that we are providing quality education according to the PMDC level and we are offering 40% less cost, then this becomes a very affordable, good opportunity for the student, and this is why Kips has recommended the ISM and Adam University for the abroad MBBS courses. The visa process of Kyrgyzstan is very simple. It is student friendly. Those students who get admission into universities of Kyrgyzstan, they are facilitated, and the Kyrgyz government is quite pro foreign students. So all the students who get admission in our ISM or Adam University, they will be facilitated by our International Affairs Department. It's a simple process. When the admission is completed, you get admitted, the university will offer you an invitation letter, on the basis of which you will apply visa to the Kyrgyz embassy. Our international department, International Affairs Department will help you in doing that. Our representative will help you in doing that, and it will take about 15 days to issue the visa without any hurdle. It does not require any bank statement of your guardian or parents. It does not require any IELTS or TOEFL, etc. So it's a easy process to be carried out. So in our experience, no rejection is faced as far as the visa is concerned. To get admission in our university, the International School of Medicine in Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan, and the Adams University Faculty of Medicine, you have to appear in entry test. This year, this entry test will be conducted under the auspices of Kips, and the test will be conducted by Kips management, and it will be conducted across all the campuses of Kips across Punjab. And this will be a full length paper like the MD-CAT paper. Now for any information, any frequently asked questions, any information regarding the quality of education, the fee structure, the admission process, the living condition, anything you want to ask, you can contact at this WhatsApp number, and this is for both ISM and Adams, and you will be responded as earliest as possible. As far as the Facebook pages are concerned, these are the addresses of the Facebook pages which are specially made for the ISM Pakistan campus. And the Adams University Faculty Medicine Pakistan campus. So these addresses will be available. You can communicate on these web pages. So on behalf of the Kips management and the International School of Medicine and Adams University Faculty of Medicine, I thank you all for your patience and attention, and I hope I contributed to some knowledge regarding your future studies. And I am very thankful to the top management of Kips for providing us the opportunity of talking to you. The Kips as an organization is a separate entity. Our universities are they are being recommended by Kips for these admissions, and we thank you Kips management for providing us this opportunity. Thank you very much.